Yo guys, CD Mangaka here. I'm bringing you some Modern Warfare commentary, and maybe I wanted to talk a bit about partying up on COD4. Ever since I got this game, I've been, people were like, "Oh, you got COD4, dude, that's sweet," and I've gotten about 3 party invites from 3 different YouTube fans: Nemesis 209, Dr. Kid, and Red Eye Soul. But I don't join other people's parties just because I like to be in control, and also it's just because if there's other fans that are on, I want to get them in the party as well. And I don't party up with 2 guys and just go into a game type, and then it's just us 2, because there's too many times when you just have to deal with shitty, stupid ass teammates, and I don't absolutely want to do that. I like to win the objective. I play the objective pretty well. I try to get some kill streaks up and whatnot, but it's just, for me, that's just who I am. I'm a bit I'm way too competitive, as it turns out. So aside from that, let's see, we get this dude right here, and one thing that does concern me in COD4 is that as far as I know, when you're in the lobby during the intermission waiting for a game to start up, you can't mute anybody in that lobby at all, which doesn't really appeal to me at all, because that only just kind of promotes shit talking the game, and you basically kind of have to wait until the game starts up before you can finally say, "Alright guys, let's chillax for a bit and have some fun," otherwise it's just total bull. It was just, that's one thing that does concern me. Granted, I don't know how many parties I would run into in COD4. I've only done Mercenary Team Deathmatch, but for the most part, I think not anybody really gets together and plays COD4 nowadays. They're all busy on noob tubing, on Modern Warfare 2 or something like that. And I guess maybe I want to talk a bit about, going up against a bunch of noob tubers. And noob tubers are actually a lot easier to kill than they are. In a straight-on situation, unless they miss their first noob tube shot and don't switch their gun at all, you'll generally lose the fight. But otherwise, if you can get the jump on them, if they don't see you at all and you keep being crafty and changing up location and other things like that, you can usually, noob tubers are then pretty freaking easy to deal with. And when I say noob tubers, I don't mean guys who who run a who use a noob tube and just because grenade launcher as a tool. I mean guys who are absolutely dependent on it. They're using one-man army and scavenger or something like that, and then just constantly spamming it. That's what I mean by noob tubers. You know what I mean? But when you use a noob tuber, first off, you reveal your location pretty easily. You people, all they'd have to do is one look at the red dot, then follow the trajectory, and they kind of and they kind of know where you're at, and they'll also kind of hunt you down and whatnot. And generally, when you hear noob tubes in Modern Warfare 2, it means that people are getting desperate. It means that you're beating them, and so now they're getting frustrated with the game. And so usually that means if they're frustrated with the Modern Warfare 2 game, I know this is weird me talking about Modern Warfare 2 as I'm commentating on Modern Warfare, but hey. But if you get guys who are frustrated, they'll generally play a lot worse. They'll just revenge kills. They'll just keep blindly rushing at you. Feel the anger. But all you have to do is think crafty and be smart, and you can generally beat them all. And so, I had a guy in the comment section, said, on my SN Mangle the Enemy video I posted up today, just recently, as I'm doing this commentary, which you won't see for another 2 days, so it'll be a couple days old. And he's like, "I prefer to kill myself rather than face a whole party of noob tubers." And he's like, "Why would you do that?" Because to me, it's killing yourself is just you don't have the confidence in yourself to take all these guys out and whatnot. All you have to do is just kind of weasel into a location and just kind of clear them out. If you think clearly and you have any decent skill in the game, you should be able to fend off just about anybody. Just about. All depends on how their setup is compared to your setup. Is their setup the exact counter to your setup, basically? And it's just I really don't see how threatening noob tubes are. For the most part, people who use them are, they just heard this crap on YouTube and they just, keep spamming them. They don't use them in a logical way. They always do the random shots. They don't ever, kind of line up targets and aim with them, which is how much couple times I did use noob tubes when I was starting out in the game. That's how I did use them. I try to aim them and whatnot. But I mean, generally, it's just like these people use these noob tubes, and so they can't shoot for shit. They can't, you know, aim down the side of a normal gun and shoot bullets and kill you for the sake of their life. They just can't do that because they're so dependent on that grenade launcher. And so generally, you know, when I hear people noob tubing, I'm just like, come on guys, stay cool, alright? I mean, we can beat them. That means we got them. And as for the guys who just always do the noob tubing and whatnot, I mean, the best thing to do is just probably like to get the hell out of there, leave them alone. That or, you know, just, you know, again, think craftily, and you should be able to beat them. Because, I mean, for one thing, when people use danger close and noob tubes, I think they think they're like invincible. You know, like this is the ultimate setup. No one can beat me with this. I'm gonna go 30-1, or you know, like get 50 kills all on my own. I'm gonna get all these quads. When they're not, and they get frustrated and they get mad, and you can sink them. All it takes is a steady aim, a good eye, some crafty cleverness, and some manipulating a position, as well as some just a little bit of brain power on your part, and you should be able to beat just about any noob tuber who comes your way in Modern Warfare 2. That's my opinion, though. So I guess that's my interesting discussion for the video. Please rate and comment, guys. Let me know what you think about what I've said in the comment section. Just a little bit of a brain food for you, and you can agree or disagree. We all have our opinions. Thank you for watching. Later, guys.